I'm not surprised that that question came. I'm really not surprised. Let me see. Let me take another call. Oh well, WhatsApp it is. DJ Chi, I hail you. Can you add DJ to your career? Well done, guys. Thank you very much. Someone asked again for the title of the song.
In your beer, by Tunji Oyelano. Tunji Oyelano.
Right.
In your beer,
I saw a message about someone saying that that's his song. Yes, and that's the message that he's after. Austin Esquire from Lagos.
In fact, Grandma Molara just.
You know, even
that down, I did not even know as much as she broke down now, so I'm still in awe of that. In fact, I will call Grandma Mola after the program.
Little crash course, yeah. Great topic by the barrister. I have learned a lot from this topic. There is a reason God told us to be wise as serpents first, before being gentle as dogs. I notice I can be simple at times, and it's worse because I'm also a calm person too. I promise to change from today.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
Good morning.
That is the essence of the program.
Good morning, Onini and Honorable Barrister. I'm Mr. Madu Abuchuku from Milan, Italy. Thank you once again for your great job. God bless you. Good morning. Please, I'm having issue of insecurity in my relationship because of how my fiance cheated on me and still communicates with the guys she cheated with. So how do I get over this so as not to be provoked during it? When they stood up, if you're watching on Instagram, you can just see the way he just adjusted the mic and got up. Alright, go ahead. Let me allow this
one. Okay, with you, your fiance cheated on you, you know, and then you are feeling insecure because he's still talking to, you know, is there a point in time when you would actually stop and reevaluate this?
Guys. The person still communicates with the guys.
Is that a lady or a guy that called?
So I don't even know. The person didn't tell me a name.
Your fiance cheated on you and is still in communication, and the reward for that infidelity is to go ahead in marriage or to continue the relationships. I wish you well. There is no guideline to insecurity. There's no guideline to living with a cheating spouse.
It's not even.
You know,
this is what the person who sent a message earlier saying that people like love. Shout all you want to.
They will not hear, but you would learn. This is life. You would learn.
I mean, I think you have learned already, and you're not married yet, which is great. You walk away from it, because I mean, the person is not even remorseful. Maybe if the person, you know, has shown signs of change, and if you can deal with that, fine.
Well, anyway, it's true. What they say, shout all you can, people will still, yeah. So I think at least some degree of common sense will come when you listen to this kind of programs, because it is a very serious matter.
John from Okombo. Good morning, sir and madam in the studio. Truly, I appreciate you so much for this program. It has really helped me a lot. I made a mistake getting into a relationship with a lady that has resulted to 2 children. Though I haven't paid her bride price, I discovered she is violent and abusive, and if she couldn't get what she wanted, I have successfully sent her home to her parents with the children aged 4 and 2. I told her to enroll the children in school there in their hometown, but she refused and is begging that she wants to come back. As for me, I don't want her anymore, but I want my children to go to school. Please, what should I do?
This is from someone like me who at one point lost a son and had to fight to get my son back. I would want the best for my children. I would not take them from Lagos and turn them to villagers. And then, you know, I would want them to maintain the same standard, to be open to see the kind of opportunities the city has to present. So I think that probably, you know, your children could be with you and then on holidays can go and play in the village. But I don't know, it's like, you know, because of the wife, and that is why these things, you said she has been abusive, she fights, you had the first child. She was abusive, you fight, you had the second child. You know, you need to just, once I tell you that once you see something, pull the handbrake, stop. Not to be reproducing an abuse. And it's funny, you know, I'm going to start using it as a closing statement. after every program. When you are in an abusive marriage, stop giving birth. They give birth like, normal people, ordinary people will have 2, 3. But then you just get somebody who they beat every time, start 4, will have 7. We have 6. And they have been beating you from the beginning. Is the reward for abuse more children? I don't understand. And then the worst happens, you get kicked out, you get thrown off. Now you have 6 children to worry about that you cannot even take care of.
Yes, we're at different platforms. Let me head to the calls. I have one call coming in. Sadly, no one's there. On Twitter, let's see. Oh my goodness, his sneeze is about to come through. Thank you, God, it's not coming through. Because I can't turn off my mic right now. 99.3, good morning. Who's on the mic? Thank you so much for calling. Who am I speaking with, please? Ernest. All right, welcome, Ernest. Go ahead, please.
Good morning, sir.
Go ahead, Ernest.
The issue of Rebecca something, it came up last Saturday, but I went in search of her name in the Bible.
Ooh.
Only what I saw that after he had advised Isaac to send Jacob to Laban, and the account of her date was not found. I saw that Sarah died at the age of 127 years, Abraham 175, Isaac 108 years he died, but Rebecca was not mentioned the time she died, and the record we have there is her nurse who had to be Deborah. Deborah died, but the age was not mentioned. So I didn't see the account of Rebecca anymore after Isaac sent Jacob to this. I said we see if I can get it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Very interesting. Please, let's keep reading for ourselves. I'm happy about that.
Okay. Let's take some more. 99.3, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for calling. Who am I speaking with, please?
My name is Sharon.
Sharon, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Korea.
All right, Sharon, welcome. You have 1 minute.
Yeah. My question is, how do you handle situations where, like, okay, I'm not married, but then I have relatives that keep telling me that there's a lawyer that as a female lawyer is going to really be a problem because women lawyer carry their profession to their home, and then they make it seem like it's the right thing because the way they say it, they let it get to your innermost heart, and then sometimes I worry about it. But then the only response I give to my relations is that I'm not going to marry a fool, because I don't know how else to tell them, because they feel whatever things are going wrong, I tell them how.
Auntie Sharon. Okay, she can't hear.
I guess she just wants to vent.
I think she's venting.
Yes.
Hello.
All right, Sharon. Can you hear us, Sharon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been calling your name like 3 times, but I see that it's from the heart you are speaking from. Okay. Please, what state are you from?
Oh, come again, please.
Delta.
Delta. Okay. May I ask how old you are?
I'm 37.
Okay. You see, there's one thing with insecurity of people that cannot handle who you have become. Do you understand? I don't think any of them there has a daughter who is a lawyer. So there is this same thing was said to a friend of mine who was going for her PhD, that because of this learning, which man will be able to marry you? My dear, you see, there are some associations and some discussions that would, I think you need to cut discussions with those kind of people. It is an expression of insecurity. They cannot handle your star. They cannot handle who you are now. You understand? So you just know it is riddled with jealousy. Please don't even bother yourself. We have lots of female sons. You understand? We have lots of. What about female presidents? What will now happen when you become the president? even Queen Elizabeth had a husband. So please, let us leave that. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon, for calling. Good to hear from you. 99.3, good morning. Hey, Mr. Frank, how are you today?
Okay, Frank.
Hello? Okay.
Okay, Frank. Good morning, sir. We thank God. We thank God.
All right, Mr. Frank, you have 1 minute. Okay, great.
I have to say a very big congratulations to one of our caller in the chat station. Last 2 days, she was explaining how their marriage is up to 25 years now, and they are very, very happy. She explained how happy they are with the children, with the husband, and so many other people out there that are celebrating their 35 years in marriage, 30 years, 25, 20, 15 years. I say a very big congratulations to them. For some people that feel that ego, nagging is their own portion, let them go ahead. I don't have any other thing to say because all these things in my own body they affect you. I'm not a fan of domestic violence. I'm not a fan of God. I just know all these things
No, I don't think anything can make you afraid, Mr. P.
No, it's not that. I'm afraid it's not when you fight, bro. I know something that makes you to be afraid, but that makes me feel like this.
It is well. It is well. You will get it right. You will get it right now. There's nothing to be afraid of.
All right.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
Mr. Frank. Good to hear from you. Good morning, 99.3.
Hello, good morning. Alex speaking.
Hey!
Welcome, Alex.
She's no
I'm
longer,
fine, thank
she's
you,
no
Alex.
longer
You're
cheating
well
on
too.
us. Alex, just hold on. Alex
Uh-huh.
is no longer cheating on us. Let us remove her from that list.
She's no longer cheating
She's
on
not
us.
cheating on us anymore.
Okay. You have been,
Alex, welcome.
you are forgiven. Welcome back. Welcome back, Alex. Go ahead.
I hear people talk about going back to the days of Isaac and all those things in order to justify the kind of wife or let me say husband, spouse, whatever it is that they want to engage with now. You see, you've said many times, or we've heard many times when people call in, they talk about how their wives changed, how their husbands changed. If you have not lived your life all this while like those old time Jews, then just for the purpose of marriage, you decide to go back to those days and apply some of those things. Your brain has been with you since you were born. Even your brain cannot reconcile with your new self. Essentially, it's you who are changing. Going into a marriage, your brain does not recognize you anymore. So when you come and say, oh, my wife now changed or my husband now changed, something is definitely wrong with you. Let me stop there.
All right.
Thank you very much, Alex. Good to hear you again this morning.
Let me spread this across before I gradually wind down or round off the show. Good morning, Onyinye or OY, as Peter referred to me and Barrister. Thanks for this great topic this morning. The way we were brought up in the 70s and 80s, both Christian characters and marriage issues are quite different from now. How the nowadays clergymen teach their members today. The churches need to teach their members the rudiment of Christianity. Peter from Allah. All right, thank you, Peter. Good morning, Barrister Lumide. Or rather, Barrister Lumide has still not given an update on the woman who came with her mom. We're asking so we know if I'm meant to assist.
I would give, just be patient, I would give. I know it is hot on. Thank you for the concern. I really do. Thank you.
Wow. All right. Good morning, DE Barrister. How can I speak with you personally? My cousin is currently experiencing domestic violence in her marriage, and I want the best way for her. She and her estranged husband have 4 kids and 2 buildings with a virgin land, but the husband doesn't want to give her anything to take care of herself. His number will be given before the end, which is soon, so stay tuned.
I have just 1 more week.
Stay tuned. 1 more week. Okay. Wow. We'll rush you this week. There is a misconception on the issue of divorce and separation. The word of God is very clear. You can leave your marriage when there's danger, but remain unmarried until the death of your partner or you reconcile. Anyone can choose to obey or disobey God. This person goes ahead to say
that is his God.
Excuse
That
me.
is a name there. Is a name there? No. Okay. That is his God. So your God is not our God, or your God is not my God. So you can stay with what your God says.
He goes ahead to quote 1 Corinthians 7:10-11. Nosa from Corridor says, "Good morning, Barrister. Thank you so much for sharing your works with us on YouTube. Please don't be discouraged with the numbers at the moment. Also, we the listeners need to financially support Barrister Olumide and not just moral and audio support, please. God richly bless you." 360 relationship. Barrister Olumide, please, when you close for the year, will the program on radio still be on? If no, when are you coming back on the radio? Folajimi is asking. Good morning, Barrister. My question is domestic violence. Is domestic violence the only reason for divorce? Mr. Osita is asking from Gondo. As you answer this, I'll allow you to give your conclusion.
Okay. Domestic violence is not the only cause for divorce. It's not the only reason. There is the abuse, and there is a popular quote in the scripture that says, "If the foundation be shaken, what can the righteous do?" There are some things we miss fundamentally from the beginning. For example, especially marrying a stranger. That is, when you marry someone you do not know, and then you see that everything you do is incompatible. Almost everything, the way you eat, your ideas about life, what you would like to do, you have nothing in common. So it is always argument. Someone reached out to me and he said that, you see, I said last week, I just spoke what was going on in his house, that he has been married for 7 years, they have no issue. And even to the fact of going to the hospital to check, that the wife will not agree on anything and insist that she's fine. Even in cases of sickness, she would insist, that he cannot say that in the past 7 years, he has not had one word of agreement, that he doesn't even understand. I said, so how long did you date? He said, that's what I'm telling you. We did not date. She was just introduced. I told them I was looking for a wife and they brought, and it wasn't up to 2 months we married. That is a problem. So let me quickly round up because we have something to do. For those asking about Mrs. Precious Obona that came here with her mother, the police from the force headquarters in Alagon have been very diligent in this matter, although he has not been apprehended because he has fled. We are tracking him, and
we're still tracking him?
Yes, he's fled. He no longer goes home. He no longer goes to work. From the tracking, we see that he's.
And they could have picked him up when he wasn't running.
When Lagos, he had help, from those of his friends that were preventing. But now he has fled. But we will get him. We will get him. I'm sure by next week we will have some good news for you. That is the story. But the main thing is that Precious is alive and well. She's resettled. Thank God for the help of some of you out there, gotten her a place to stay far away from her home, gotten her a job, and she's doing very well. She's doing so well. Thank you very much. I want to also appreciate one of our listeners. She would not want me to mention her name. She gave us some tremendous support. I couldn't, in fact, each time I think about it, how someone would just say, you know what, I want to thank you, you know who you are, you have banned and forbidden me from even mentioning anything about it, but any tobacco no, but we just have to say thank you on behalf of our organization. A gentleman called the program right after we were closing last week. He said his name was Sunday, that he was assaulted by some members of the police, and it was a very serious plea, a very serious cry. So he reached out to me after the show, after I gave my number, and I went to see him in Apapa General Hospital, I think. Can we?
It's quite dynamic.
Okay, so we will call him and put him on. Is it going?
I'm gonna try again. Didn't go the first time, but I'm gonna try
Okay,
again.
we'll try.
But you were able to see him.
Yes, I was able to see him, and it was not a good sight at all. I would have wanted him to speak. I don't know. His number is not going.
No, it's not. It's not from
Oh
here.
my God!
Not from here. Hopefully
Wow.
the lines are not jammed.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, now it's ringing.
Okay.
Now it's ringing. Hopefully.
Let me see. We have.
Hello. Hello. Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Onyinye Kumakam. I'm calling from 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Yes,
Awesome.
I'm so happy. Thank you very much.
Great. I'm happy to hear you sound way better than you did last Saturday.
Honestly, the body sounds good. I like it. So,
Oh, amazing. I'll allow you to speak with him next.
We
Alright.
thank God. Mr. Sunday, how are you?
I'm very fine, sir. Line on my break.
It is well. Please, I want you to. What happened to you? Could you say it in 2 minutes?
Hello, I'm not hearing you.
Can you?
Okay, I'm hearing you now.
Can you hear me? Can you give a brief account of what happened to you in 2 minutes, please?
Sort of September, just last month, I was coming back from work around 30 p.m. So I saw bike man and the police people, 3 officers. They stopped the bike man. I wasn't on bike. I was about 8 to even 12 meters from them. It's a 3-yard lane.
Okay.
Process of dragging the bike man into the bus. The bike man was busy shouting, "Make I carry my slippers, make I carry my slippers." Immediately my brain triggered where I saw the slippers in the little garden. I was like, officer, see the slippers and make you carry them. Between me, you man, and God are my issue right now. That was the only thing I said. The next I will hear is, "Come here. Now you can give us uniform." The next thing they came up to me, slapping and beating me. It wasn't easy. They dragged me to their bus. That was where I really received beating. All I did was put my head down to cover my eyes because I love my face very much. Seeing me so much. Using their batting stick.
Wow.
It beat all over my leg.
Okay.
That was released in the station to go home. Even their DPO wasn't even talking nicely with me. I went home that day. After 2 days later, my legs started swelling up. It wasn't easy. I was rushed to the hospital. By that time, my BP was about 75, and they said that it damaged a lot of tissues. They damaged my veins, my tissues, causing me cellulitis, where my leg has swollen to my thigh. It was.
Wow.
I was giving about 4 years. And the nurses here and the doctors have been very, very happy here for like a month now. A month and
That's just pure wickedness.
everything all.
What do you know the policeman, right? And it was what police station? What police station? What police station? What police station?
Okay, that's area division Apapa, not far from my area division Apapa. And the officers I recognize them very much.
Yes, we have their names already. I went to visit Mr. Sunday in the hospital. His leg is more or less rotten.
Wow.
His leg it developed an ulcer, and an ulcer means that the leg is practically feeding on itself. So he's had some surgeries. He had another surgery 2 days ago, and the leg is rotting. So after getting the names of the officers, I went to the division myself. I met with the DPO, and Mr. Sunday, thank you for I have to let you go now so that
I will say thank you.
we thank God. We thank God. We thank God, sir.
We wish you speedy and
We wish
complete
you-
recovery in
we wish you
Jesus'
speedy
name, Mr.
recovery.
Sunday. Okay? Alright.
Okay,
Thank
so
you. Thank you.
so
Wow.
I got the names of the officers, and I went to meet the DPO, and I spoke with him, telling him that we're interested in. And he was a bit confrontational with me, and I asked him why. That I'm coming to report 3 officers to you, and you are, and he was telling me to fear God, no, this, that, this, that. And I said, are you even going to investigate? Let me give you the number of the victim. Let me give you there were 2 eyewitnesses, all of them, can you get across? And eventually he now took the number from me, called Mr. Sunday and started threatening him again. So I said, you know what, it seems you don't know. I said, it seems you don't know who you're talking to. I got up, and I think the Commissioner of Police would have my petition with the pictures. The leg is practically rotten. You cannot see that picture.
What did he do? I mean, even
the buttons they were using to beat him, I think, were infected with, it's something, so the fingers, it started swelling, and the leg is rotten. So we're going to also put it up on our Twitter page. We need about 2 million naira to help him out. His family has spent everything. He's gone to almost 3 surgeries. I spoke with the doctor as well, just to save that leg, cutting the dead skin. I will put it on our Twitter and our Facebook page. So that is that. The Commissioner of Police, I think, would have my petition already on his table, and I'll be expecting to hear from the ex-squad. My number is 0909-3214-942. For those that want to reach me via calls or WhatsApp, 0909-3214-942. Let me call it again, 0909-3214-942. That is those that want to reach me on WhatsApp. You can also follow us on Instagram, where all these are recorded and saved on our Instagram page. That is at Gnosis_help. That is GNOSIS_help, our Instagram page. You can also follow on Facebook. That is Gnosis Help Initiative. You would see a lot of our activities there. And also on Spotify, Gnosis Help. Twitter, TikTok, Gnosis Help. I want to also, I can't thank the volunteers for the awareness against domestic violence and abuse program that we are holding in secondary schools. These people are fantastic people. I have to thank you. Also, parents, you need to get involved. Tell the PTA, raise it in the PTA, and tell the schools to invite us to their schools to come and make children aware. Listen, the schools that we have been to, you would not believe we've had to make some arrests because some people are abusing your children you don't even know. In the schools, about 4 schools we've been to now, there are 3 girls in JSS 3 that have been sexually abused that their parents don't know. So it's something that you need to it's something that we need to take a little seriously. So for those, if you want to reach out to me, we don't ask for money. It is free. We get ourselves together free of charge. We come and we go. So parents, please, you need to get involved in this thing, because secondary schools, our children's future may depend on it. It is easier to raise strong children than to repair broken men. You understand? It is easier. What else? The Purple Curtain held last week Saturday. It was awesome. We thank God for everyone that came. It was overpacked. And what else am I not saying? Okay, yes, I will be shutting down for the year next week. I think I already said that. And so that people don't go to my office, so that they know and they don't go to my office. And what else? What else have I not said, Madam?
I think that's it. I think that is it.
Please join me join me every Thursday for Just Before You Say I Do on Instagram Live, 8:10 p.m. to 9:10 p.m. I am there live to discuss. It's a very, you need to just join me there. Thank you very much, everyone. We don't marry a simple person. And please
Don't be a
stop
simple person.
reproducing in abuse. Once there is domestic violence and abuse, it is not for pregnancy. It is not to be bringing more children into the violence of your home. Stop reproducing.